Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to update an Angular project. Every 6 months, a new version of Angular will be released, and you don't have to upgrade every time a new version of Angular is released, but it is advisable that you upgrade every year and a half. Yeah, at least you shouldn't be behind by more than three versions. Otherwise, you're going to encounter a lot of problems when you upgrade. Yeah, you're too far behind. First, the command I want to introduce has nothing to do with updating the project, is to check your globally installed packages. So npm list -g, you can see my global Node.js has a few packages installed. One of them is called npm check updates. If you have not installed this package, I strongly recommend that you install it right away, because this package is recommended for updating any Node.js based project, not just Angular. So if you want to update all your globally installed packages, you can use npm update -g. And I just ran this command, so there's nothing to update. But yeah, every time you update your project, it's advisable that you should update your global packages. It has nothing to do with your project, but it's a good habit to have a latest global packages installed. So that's the first recommended step. Having updated your global packages, now you need to navigate to your Angular project and use npm, ng update. That's the official command to update the core Angular packages. Now you can see Angular CLI, Angular Core, and Angular Materials, they have all been updated to the new version 21. It was released literally like two days ago, I think, or yesterday, I can't remember. So having updated core Angular packages, you will need to do something else. You need to delete the node modules directory and everything inside to avoid any corrupted files, and you need to delete your package lock.json. If you need an explanation of what package lock.json is, feel free to refer to my previous video on Node.js package dependency and semantic versioning. So the package lock.json basically have the exact packages installed, and you won't delete it because you're going to update the project. When you update your Node.js project to a new version with the new packages, the old dependency no longer work. So remove recursively. The first one is node modules, and the second one is the first is a directory, the second one is a file, package -log. Apologize for my slow typing because I have a huge microphone, Blue Yeti, sitting in between me and my keyboard. Yeah. Okay, once you have deleted the folder node modules and the package lock.json file, you can now install the new packages. There's another command that's optional. To forcefully clean your your npm cache. It's optional, but it's advisable. Yeah. I listed my globally installed npm packages, and one of them is called npm check updates. Now you can use this npm check updates, ncu_u, and npm check updates will recreate your package lock.json file. You have to refresh. You can see package.json file. You can see all these packages have been updated to the latest version. And it only updates your package to the latest version. It does not check for dependencies. So when you have updated your package.json file, you can npm install, which will create the package lock.json file. Now here we got a bunch of errors. As I mentioned, ncu-u will update your package.json file to the latest version, but it does not guarantee that these versions are compatible. So you got error messages. So when you see the error messages, your npm install failed, you can do one of the two things. The first thing to do is to read error messages, which package is causing problem. Okay, you can see ngx markdown requires package version 20. Yeah, your Angular 20 is required, but now you're installing Angular 21. It recommends two things. One, obviously, to revert to Angular 20. You can use Git, go back to a previous version of Git to get an older version of the package.json file. Package for Angular 20 instead of 21. Basically, you stop upgrading, use the older version, because one of the package, NGX Markdown, requires the older version of Angular. You can wait for a couple months, probably NGX Markdown will be updated to the Angular 21 standard. Another option is to use legacy peer deps. This almost always works. npm install legacy peer deps. This allows you to install the packages ignoring the package dependencies, and this almost always works. So despite the NGX Markdown requires Angular 20, it only consumes a subset of Angular 20's APIs, so we may still install Angular 21, everything still works. This is a lot of times the case. So this is the recommended solution. If you want to be conservative, obviously you can stop upgrading. So everything has been installed. And just to be safe, you need to launch your project ngserve and make sure that everything still works. Now, once the npm install finishes, you got a new package lock.json file with all the installed packages. And please remember, this NGX Markdown version 20 requires Angular 20, but you have Angular 21 installed. Despite Angular 21 introduced breaking changes, the APIs that have been affected may not impact your NGX Markdown as well at all, because this NGX Markdown is a small package rendering Markdown files, so it's highly unlikely the new version of Angular will break it. So you can take the risk and use this function, the option called legacy peer deps. Ignore the dependencies requirement. Just install the latest version. A lot of times it will work. So two options. One is do not upgrade. Use the older version until the NGX Markdown comes up with version 21, or take the risk to still npm install with legacy peer deps. Ignore the peer dependency. Very occasionally, you may need to rewrite some files manually. For example, Angular JSON file, I used this marked library, and the file path used to be something different. When I installed the newer version of marked, this configuration in Angular JSON file has to be changed to use a different file path. This happens very rarely. Yeah. Most of the time, things just work straight. npm install, you're done. Okay, so this is my video on how to upgrade an Angular project. Thank you for watching.